What up YouTube, Topaz Yates back for another mixtape review, and this one is to King Los, the GOAT tape, man, and I'm giving this one the red light even though you're coming into it getting exactly what you would want from such a thing, because this is a instrumental project where, you grab up all of the popular instrumentals and you rap on it. But my thing is, I feel as though the whole style of doing this is just dated now, man, for a bunch of different reasons. Like, the first one is, this is the equivalency of King Los gearing up to play in the biggest football game of his life and then shooting himself in the leg in the tunnel as he's about to run out, you feel me? These types of projects, people are getting sued for them, man. Like, go look at Mac Miller. Him and Dat Piff got sued for using instrumentals and such from way back in the day. Now, it never really went to court because they paid them off, but ultimately, you see that certain individual producers can come after you for using the instrumentals in order for you to come up. And for you, King Los, at this point in time where you finally got on a label that's going to promote you, that's actually going to help you drop an album and all that stuff, dude, why would you come out and do that right now? My next issue is the production, you dig? And it should not matter what production he selected, because you usually only do the most popular stuff at the time. It doesn't matter if it's good or bad, but yet the game has changed, because these individuals who's doing these songs, it's not about quality music for them. It's not about anything besides they are notable right now and people are hanging off of everything that they do. So therefore that takes away from the whole premise of this entire style of I'ma get shine because I'ma kill these beats that these individual popular people are using, but yet I'ma do it better than them. But yet everybody is better than these individuals. You feel me? So what's the point? Like, that whole shock value of he's doing it better than my favorite artist, it goes away because everybody's better than them. And I'm a firm component of, okay, you can take mud and then you turn it into bricks, and that brick can turn into a house. You feel me? Like, you can take something from nothing and make it into something great. But yet, does that mean you should go ahead and take some feces and then turn that into bricks? I'm sure it can be done, but who really wants to live in that, you dig? And that's ultimately what you're doing right here by selecting these joints like Gucci Gang, these joints like that bank account and all that. You're taking horrible production and trying to make something phenomenal out of it, and it honestly just isn't going to pan out. But when I tell you that it's lyrical, it's not going to disappoint, because it got a lot of replay value because of how lyrical it is, so that you can constantly catch balls every time you listen to it, you dig? Like how he said, my everyday struggle was academics because every day I was just an average Joe. The double meaning of that is crazy and such, man. Pretty much talking about the Everyday Struggle podcast and TV show with Joe Button and DJ Academics and all that, but then just on the surface level, he could just be talking about he was struggling in school. Like, that was cool. How he said, you gender-bending, agenda-fitting Juana man, knew that you were sweet from the sonogram. Like, that's just a vicious ball right there. How he said that I had been blue checks like I got verified. Now, that was solid, because that's Twitter. When you become a verified personality or something on Twitter, they're gonna give you a blue check that everybody can see, but he means it as in, I'm blowing all this money from these checks that I'm getting. Said this dude ain't tuck his chain, now he's getting stuck up like a bougie dame. Like, honestly, you can break down a lot of his wordplay, his lyricism, his straight up punchlines, all the way around. Like, you can learn how to rap by understanding what King Los is doing on a bunch of these songs, you feel me? But one, it's not hyped enough to have the same kind of impact that, say, Lil Wayne had way back in the day when he was doing the Greatest Rapper Alive campaign, where he just said he's the greatest rapper alive so many times that people begun to believe him and all that. And there's nothing wrong with any of this, because I'm sure people are going to have the issues saying you're not the GOAT, you're not that great and all of that stuff to King Los, when honestly this is a part of the playbook. Like, if a coach came into the NFL this season and he had like the dopest running play that nobody could stop, are you telling me that no other coach is going to take the whole scheme and run with it themselves? He's doing pretty much the same thing here. Now, do I believe King Los is the greatest of all time or anything like that? Nah, but he definitely has some characteristics that are way more advanced than a lot of people, and some of the things that he did do, he did it greater than everybody else. As far as his freestyle challenges that he was doing that people began to bite right and all of that, but yet he was the first one to do it, with saying, okay, you feed me a word and I'm going to go ahead and rap it, and I bet you're going to say the same word before I say the same bars. But the thing is, in order to become the greatest of all time, you have to be releasing commercially notable albums that everybody knows about you. It's more about being super notable throughout the entire world and such, not just in the underground rap scene. But yet, I ain't mad at the promotional tactics of trying to just say this, and hopefully it'll stick, and maybe people will run with it and all of this stuff and create the argument for you to build that buzz. But that's why I'm giving this joint, man, a 5 out of 10. Definitely worth a listen, multiple listens in order to grasp these bars, but yet this whole style of freestyling on instrumentals is all going out the window, so no matter how good it is, it can come back to haunt you, one. And two, honestly, I prefer originals more than anything else. I'm never going to get hyped about these types of projects ever again. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can follow me at Twitter up there, and you can go to downloadpads.com, that's down there, to read today's article.